You don't want to miss this video. Why? Because it is important and it could save your life. With that being said, let's dive into it. Let's go. Hey everyone, and welcome back to another new video with Tell You Everything. And what's up everyone? I'm Mama Payne. Hope everyone's having a great weekend and staying warm. It's a little chilly today. It is, at least it is for me. And yes, I am trying to figure out whether I want to throw on a hoodie or not. Anyways, but thank you for joining me. And this video is going to be a very interesting video because I don't really get into what's going on with the world and things that's happening, but I do but I do pay close attention. And you should too. Only because things are really, really starting to get a little crazy. And if I say little, maybe not little, but a lot. You know what I mean? As you guys know, the prices of inflation is out of this world. It's the highest we've ever seen it. Gas prices are going through the roof, and our food at the grocery stores have so like super crazy prices that I just scratch my head every time I go to the store and I'm looking at produce. What gives them the right to charge that kind of money for things that usually or we used to pay a little, like say for an instance, just for a little instance, what did a lime or lemon used to cost back a few years ago? What, 15 cents? Now it's up to 68 cents to 78 cents. That's crazy. I mean, where the hell do they think we're supposed to get all this money to pay for food? And with the way things are going with the gas, rent shooting up double and triple. I mean, come on. Is your boss going to give you this high raise to make sure your bills are paid? I don't think so. I don't think so. So, I'm thinking, okay, well, so how are we all supposed to pay for everything? And that, my friends, is scary because a lot is going on in this world that a lot of us are not paying attention to, and you should be. No, I'm not trying to scare no one. No, I don't want you to panic. But yes, I do want you to pay attention to what's going on in the world. And I know that many of us has been paying attention to our grocery stores and the shelves. We've all said it. We've all asked ourselves and talked about it with friends and family members. Why is our shelves going empty? Why or how come our truck drivers and store owners are not restocking as usual? That's the question, and that's a head scratcher to why I'm doing this video, okay? Because, like I said, I'm not trying to bring a panic on. I'm not trying to do none of that. And that is up for you to decide what you should do or you shouldn't do. But for me, I've already decided. And when I show you what I've been doing, and this is about 3 months into it, no, I didn't go to the stores, and no, I didn't go and hog up this and hog up that. I'm not that kind of a person because I don't want people to look at me like, what's going on with that woman? Or I don't want to announce a panic, because that's the worst thing people do is they get panicked, they jump on social media, and then they start a panic because of things they're not really sure of. You really need to pay attention, do your homework, understand what's going on before you decide what to do. Okay, so, all right. So this is what the video's about. My understanding, and like I said, this is me, and this is my way of thinking, and the things that I have heard and I've listened and I've paid attention to is what's going on around the world. So the question is there going to be a shutdown? And if so, for how long? Or are they going to shut us down and not able to go to the stores or gas up or anything for how long? Is it, my understanding, 2 months? 3 months? Well, if so, then this is what you need to do. Again, I'm saying this is me paying attention to what's going on for a while, and other sources and other friends that we've all been talking about it, but this is what I'm going based on. And I would suggest you do your homework. Like I said, do your homework and listen carefully and know what you need to be doing to prepare yourself and your family for what's to come. Okay, so let's go on to what I've been doing. Okay, as you can see behind me, this is what I've been up to. I've not done a video in about 2 weeks on Tell You Everything, only because I've been a little busy with other things and buying here and there at different stores to get prepared, okay? You're like, what is she talking about? Well, let me just tell you. As I've said, we could possibly be shut down for 2 to 3 months, okay? You would need at least 2 to 3 months of foods to survive on. Whether they're going to shut us down, that could be a big yes, and it could be a big no. If for some reason they don't, then what I have bought is wonderful, freaking awesome for a hurricane. This is stuff that I'm storing in containers and keeping it in a cool, dark place so it could stay, it can be good when I'm able to use it. And this is what I have been trying to tell some of my other friends and stuff, I didn't have to say very much because they're absolutely right along with me. They know what I'm talking about. So let's go into it. This stuff here, like I said, all this stuff here is things that you would need to survive on. This is not just for 2 to 3 months, but this right here can last for a few years. Like, you could store it and it would be good for a few years, depending on your family size. It's just me and Ty, which is my son, and this is stuff that me and him can survive on for a while. Now I'm on my knees going through the coffee table here because I set it on my coffee table, but let's go into what's good. and what's needed to be bought in case this happens. All right, let's start with milk, powdered milk. Powdered milk is great to have because if you can't get to the grocery store, then you have no way to get milk. Powdered milk is not the greatest. I hate this part right here. Powdered milk is not the greatest, but it's something to survive on. You can have it with cereal. You can mix it into oatmeals and things that, pancake mix and things that you need, like that needs milk and things like that. Okay, powdered milk, good stuff to save, and it's in the plastic containers. I mean, not containers, me, but it's been a rough morning, so if you find me stuttering or messing up on my words, that's only because it's just been a rough day for me. But I've got a lot on my mind, so excuse the words and the way I put them. But anyway, okay, so we got powdered milk, okay? Another thing, seasoning. And you can buy them in bulk at Sam's. You can do that. But seasonings will last a very, very long time. And I'm talking about years, okay? Seasonings. Anytime they're in a plastic container or bags, they go far, okay? So, let's go with oatmeal. Oatmeal is already in containers with lids. They go far. A long, long ways, actually. And grits. Grits are something that goes far as well. And I've tried to buy the cheapest. I didn't want to buy like a lot of the name brands because it is just that your money will go further if you buy the cheapest. And not to mention, this is for emergencies. So that would save you some money right there. Not that I'm saying that this didn't cost money, but it will save you money if you just buy the generic brands. Okay? But like I said, some stuff I couldn't find that was generic, so I got the name brands. But anyway, so then you have the pancake mix is somewhere back here. Yeah, pancake mix. Buy it in bulk. That goes a long ways. This is to survive on. This is something that will fill you up. This is something that is needed to live on, to live, you know. And you don't want to go hungry. And in here, syrup. Syrup goes far as well. It goes a long ways, and it lasts a long time. So is honey. Honey is a good product to buy as well. And so that's some good stuff to buy. And I'm just going to keep going into what are good things to buy to survive on. Okay, I bought Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid goes a long ways. It literally just stays really good in its pack. So that's a good deal. Even though Kool-Aid is now, 24 cents when it used to be, 5 cents, 10 cents, 15 cents? Now it's 24 cents. But I also buy these. These are like $1 a box. And so when you start saving your water bottles, and you have to have, of course, buy cases of water. Who wants to just drink water when they're trying to survive? You can have a little bit of Kool-Aid. These already have sugar in them, so you would have something different to drink besides just water, okay? And of course, you have your soups. These last a couple of years, if not more than a couple of years, in its can. As long as it's not a dented, rusty can, they're good. And you have a lot of products that have the pop lid where you don't have to have a can opener. So that goes a long ways. And make sure you have a can opener in case you don't have power. make sure you have a can opener. Not one, but two, in case one tears up, breaks, or what have you. All right? And, I mean, and then like canned corn, peas, green beans, all that will last a long time. And, of course, if we're not able to have meat, for those that love to eat meat and you can have meat, well, it doesn't matter. You know, you don't have to have meat to live or survive, but you can get cans like this. All this light in the house is so bright. And this is macaroni and beef, you know. It's not the best stuff, tasting stuff, but this is stuff to live on and survive on. And let me tell you something, if you're starving and you're going hungry, this would taste so amazing, right? All right. So, like I said, then you got soups, all kinds of soups. Then you got the Roman noodles. The Roman noodles. All the flavors of Roman noodles. If you like the Roman noodles, that can last a long time. Even the little seasoning packs it comes with, perfect. It's perfect, and it can be stored for a long time if you keep it in a dark, not super cold and not hot, but just good temperature in a container, will last a long time. This right here, you know, Kool-Aid packs, already got sugar in them. So like I said, I've bought this in time. It didn't all happen at once. I can't afford it like that, but you know. Dried beans, any type of beans, rice, pinto beans. Of course, we all know that lasts a long time, many years, and it goes far. And you can make whatever you want with them. Seasonings, any type of seasoning, like this onion stuff here that I bought. Any type of seasoning, like, it doesn't matter. Just because it says taco seasoning, this can be used for anything. You can make anything with any type of seasoning. It's got to be very, just got to have really good ideas, you know. And I bought hot dog sauce, chili sauce, because I bought a lot of cheap hot dogs and put them in Ziploc bags and put them in my deep freeze. Like I said, it's cheap. It's not usually the stuff that I would eat, but I would eat it if I was starving, okay? So, and then this is, I know, stuff that I wouldn't eat, but would if I'm starving. It's like Spam, you know? And I got these for $2.24 at, I think, Hills, at a store called Hills. And the Spam is like, what is it, like 4 something, 5 something? But I bought some of these because it's meat and it stores for a long time, and it's got a pop lid, so you don't have to have a can opener. So, fruit. Like fruit cocktails and pears and peaches and stuff like that. It's got sugars. Good if you're starving. You need high protein stuff. Because if your body is, you know, starting to shut down and it needs calories, it needs proteins, you need this stuff here. But if you're diabetic and you have high cholesterol, you have heart problems, I don't suggest this at all. But if you can get to the stuff that's low on sugar and salts and things like that, you need to start getting your stuff together and start preparing. Okay? And we all know that pastas, they last for years and years. As you can see, macaroni and cheese. Who doesn't love macaroni and cheese, especially when you're starving? Anytime. And then we have lard. And I'm going to be showing you something with this lard right here. You're going to be amazed of what I'm going to tell you that you can do with lard besides frying your foods in it. Okay, so then protein bars. Well, this is my go-to protein bars that, I mean, this is what I eat a lot of anyways, because I don't eat a whole lot. I may eat one meal a day. And, you know, like, this is needed. This is needed for your body when it's starving, and it needs protein and calories and things like that. Then I have cashew cookie bars. Great, and delicious. Oh my God, they're delicious. And then peanut butter. We all know peanut butter goes a long ways. Peanut butter. It's delicious. You can make everything with it. I mean, just everything. That's what I use it for. Baking and all that. So, more coconut. And, of course, part tarts. Yes, you're saying, look at all that sugar. Well, not all of it is just sugar. A lot of it could be, you know, doesn't have to always all be sugar. But at this point in time, if we're doing without foods that our body is in need of, it's good to have high calories in your body to keep alive. Okay, you got to have your oils. Okay, oils. You got to have your ground sugars and your flour. You got to have flour. And like I said, things that will last. You got your potatoes, suds. That will go a long ways. And of course I said the pancakes. And you know, I'm sure you guys can think of other things that you use that does not go bad. Okay, so that's got to do with the foods. Now let's go into other things that you may need that you don't think about. Okay, so let's say we do get shut down for 3 months. Let's say we get shut down for a year. Let's say something's going to happen in 2022 and we're not able to get to anything for like a year. Okay, well, let's think about that. That means no grocery stores, no gas stations, no doctors, no anything. And wherever we're living, that's where we're at, that's where we're stuck. I'm thankful that I'm out in the country because across the road, wildlife, okay? And I have a big backyard. And so, what's important right now is, besides your food, make sure you have backup for your animals. And I got the cheap stuff because to keep my animals alive, I'm going to keep canned foods. And like I said, I'm just getting started with this stuff. This is just a beginning. I'm still going to get little at a time until we're told we can't go to the store anymore or what have you. All right, so remember your dogs. Remember your cats. I got bags for the cats in the other room. And, okay, so then you think about, what if they shut down our power? What if they shut down the water? You know, I mean, you never know. It's always good to be prepared. All right, so I got a couple of these charcoal bags, okay? I got a couple of bottles of lighter fluid, or not, grill fluid, excuse me. Well, yeah, lighter fluid. Gotta have lighters, okay? Lighters, important. Matches, zip ties, something goes down and you need to be outside or whatever, tie things down outside. Zip ties, tarps, tape, I mean, you guess it. Things that's needed, it's needed. Alright? I got a big thing of aluminum foil because if I have no power and I need to cook, I can go outside and start the charcoal grill, and put foods in here and keep them from burning, but can cook them, okay? And I don't like charcoal. It makes me sick. But like I said, if it comes down to it, that's the only way, any means of me to cook and, you know, eat my food, I will do that. Okay? Let's go on. Candles, of course. candles, and I'm going to give you a great tip on that in just a bit. Lots of batteries. Got to have batteries, whether they're cheap or whatever. Make sure you have batteries for everything that you run, especially radio, okay? Things to keep things down, tie down. I mean, you gotta have them. Different ones. I've already got all this stuff, tape, whatever. Bought this 2 years ago. It's always good to have that in case, you know, you don't have power. You can't use electric tools. Make sure you have washing powders, softener, paper plates, foam plates, whichever. I already had this. Make sure you have your trash bags, so you have a place to throw away your trash, whether you have to bag it up and put them somewhere until life gets back to normal. Now, the most important thing of all this, besides your food, is having backup medicines, medicines. You gotta have, you know, like Tylenols. Gotta have vitamins that'll keep you alive. What if somebody gets cut, or, you know, while being outside or whatever, you can't go to the doctors? Always make sure you have a first aid kit, peroxide, you know, medical tape, whatever you call it, Band-Aids. Always, you know, make sure you got your extra toothpaste, cold medicines, Tums. My son takes this Zyrtec. If you have allergies, make sure you get a couple of bottles of these. You know, you just never know. But just being safe. Make sure you have toiletries, toilet paper, napkins, all the stuff that everyone needs to survive on every single day. So, like I said, call it crazy, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. I have always been one to be safe than absolutely sorry, okay? I didn't jump on the wagon as soon as everybody was telling me in the circle that, oh my God, this and oh my God, that. No, I don't do that. I don't panic like that. But I do listen. I watch. I listen to the politics. I'm just listening. And the sources from other sources, deeper sources, high sources, I listened. And now I'm gathering that this could very well happen, is why I'm getting it all together, okay? Now, remember I said something about what I was going to show you what to do with this lard. Well, you are going to say, oh my gosh, this is crazy, but what can I do with this lard? Well, let me show you. Besides cooking with it. All right, so let me show you. You take, this is a 48-ounce tub of all vegetable shortening, okay? You take that. You want to dump it into either a mason jar, which I already had, or a pickle jar, which I already had. Why do I keep some of the jars? Well, now I know why I keep some of the jars. I keep some of these jars for reasons too. Maybe I'll need it for something, and which now I need it for something, okay? So, with this lard, you want to scoop it out and put this lard up to about this much right here, okay? Now, with this one, it's a little bit bigger. It may take more than this to fill this up here. It might fill it up to here, and you might need a little bit more, but if you can, go buy you a few of these, or several of these, actually. They run about $4 something. So anyways, what you do is you take, or you go buy some candlesticks, okay? And with these candlesticks, got it out. This is one of the tall ones. And with this candlestick, what you want to do is you want to turn this upside down like this. I want to turn it upside down like this. Okay. And you want to put, like, measure this candlestick to here. Okay. And that's perfect, actually. That is absolutely perfect. So I wouldn't even have to cut it, okay? So just say I put all the shortening out of this container into this jar, and it's going to bring it up like to here. If it brings it down to here and this is sticking out too far, I would suggest cut just about this much off of it, okay? Once you got it all in there, you stick it into the shortening right smack in the middle of it, okay? Right smack in the middle of it. All right? And depending on the wick of this candle, if it is really, really tall, you might want to trim it back just a little nip, like this one. As you can see, that's a little bit too long. I would nip it right there in the bud, right there on the tip, okay? Then you stick it in there. And guess what you just made? You have made yourself a giant candle. And with this giant candle, you won't believe this, this will give you light for up to 72 days. 72 to 78 days, okay, of light. If you run out of batteries and we can't still get to the store and buy batteries, you don't have to worry. These candles will carry you through 72 days to 80 days, 8 hours a day. All right? I bet you that a lot of you did not know that, and I bet you some of you did know that. Okay, that's one tip, okay? All right, so let's go with another tip. All right, so say it's already set and I got it going and everything. Guess what this pot, this plant pot, will do? This is remarkable, okay? Because once you got that going, you can literally take this, absolutely set it on top, but you don't want to set it all the way down. You would probably need to put something. I mean, you don't want it to touch all the way down like what it's doing right now. You don't want to do that. If it works, try it. But I would sit something on this rim that would be a little bit taller where you could sit this, okay? Now you see this hole, and I bought this for this purpose, okay? For this main purpose, that you could sit this here and say it's a little higher than that. This little hole here, it's like a heater. All of this right here will warm up, and it will warm up a real small room. And then I thought, okay, but if you can do that with a small room, then you could also use it. A lot of people didn't think about this, but you could absolutely sit a little small, tiny, you know how they have that one egg little frying pan or whatever? I wonder if you could sit that right on top of that and make an egg, because you got all this heat coming out of there. And if you set that little pan, little tiny frying pan, or a cup of coffee or hot chocolate, I wonder what it would do, because it has air down here. It has an escape right here for all that heat, so it wouldn't blow up, I don't believe. But you can try it. I'm just saying, this is a great tip for survival, okay? And this, my friends, is why you do not want to miss this video. This is exactly why. Because I had this great tip on these candles and how to make a candle that will last you up to 72 to 80 days. And if you get this one full, this would probably carry you in probably up to 100 days or a little bit more. I'm just saying, my guess, don't quote me. But it's a great tip, and these are things that you want to do. go out here, get you some several packs of candlesticks and some of these, and save your big jars, okay? Save your big jars. Don't throw them out. They're always good for something. You can store things in them. As a matter of fact, a lot of this stuff in some of these boxes, like say the potatoes, mashed potatoes, they don't do so well being stored in just a box, because after a while, sitting in that box will get one of these little, I call them box bugs, okay? You don't want that. That would ruin it. So what you want to do is either put it in some Ziploc bags, which don't forget to get that either, or you can store it in something like this, or some plastic containers that you can, that you put like cereal in and or whatever. Get some of those. Don't forget to get plastic containers that's needed to store some of the stuff in these boxes, or containers or boxes to just keep everything stored in a room where it needs to be at room temperature, not too hot, not too cold, in a dark place. It will keep the flavors, it will keep them fresh for a long period of time. And my friends, this was at least 3 months. Some of the stuff I already had. So, like I said, don't go out here and go buying hundreds of dollars worth of stuff. I'm not saying for you to go do all that, but do start thinking of preparing, because things are really looking like something could happen. And like I said, I'd rather be safe than sorry. And I want you guys to understand that if something was to go down and you're not prepared, you're going to really, really be in a bad situation. And I'm sorry, but many people are going to have to go kick rocks while others has been preparing. Anyways, guys, this was an interesting video from the usual videos that I do. And I also want to remind you guys that after this video uploads, I will have 5 videos left before I hit that 100 video mark. I want you to join me when that 100 hits. That's going to be my big celebration, because it takes a lot of dedication, a lot of hard work to make these videos. It also takes many, many hours to edit, and which is almost like a half a day to a full day of work. So by me doing this, I hope that you will give me a big fat thumbs up, subscribe, hit those post notifications so that you guys know when I'm uploading another video. And please let me know what you think. Comment. Let me know what you have, any ideas, or, if you've got anything going on, and so on. But I want to thank you so much for joining me. Please jump onto my other channel. Let's grow that channel, Exploring the Afterlife with Taya Lee. Come on, guys, let's do this. Please subscribe, and let's see this channel's grow. I try very hard to bring many tips and ideas and scary stuff on my other channel to you guys. Until next time, thank you for joining me on with Taya Everything. Until next time, this is Mama Payne. Take care. Good night.